We have Linda Geno, right? I hope I haven't butchered your name.
Yes.
Linda Geno from Ajira Digital. She is a center manager. And briefly tell us, who is Linda? What does your role entail?
So thank you so much. Yes, Linda Geno. I am a center manager at Ajira Digital, Likoni and GCDF. I work closely with the youth and women so that they can better themselves, empower them, so that they can learn skills that can be helpful to them in their livelihoods.
Well, would you kindly give us, as a center manager, kindly give us an overview of what Ajira Digital is and perhaps its mission in Kenya?
So Ajira Digital was, it's a project under the government where the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy saw that a lot of youths did not have jobs. So they realized that there are so many jobs online on the digital platform. And since the program was rolled out a couple of years ago, and officially this is like the fourth year where we go out and try to offer skills to the youth and women so that they can be able to understand how to get these jobs which are online. Other than that, they also acquire skills that enable them to be able to do digitally enabled jobs that they can support themselves, not just online, but they can just have their businesses and they can be able to manage their businesses maybe through doing adverts. Nowadays everything is digital, so we are actually just giving them the skills so that they can be able to compete with the big companies as well. Let me give an example of marketing. You can imagine if you have a small business and you want to market your products, maybe going on in the newspaper, it's a little bit quite expensive for a small business owner. So we teach them the skills that they can learn to probably market themselves online, which is more affordable for them, and so many other things. And basically, we offer trainings through 27 categories. We have 27 job categories that we offer.
Wow.
So through this, we have physical trainings and virtual trainings. And so if you need to book one of our trainings, you can easily go to our website, ajiradigital.go.ke, and register and have an account there. But basically the mission of Ajira is to enable 1 million Kenyan youth to earn a decent wage from digital and digitally enabled jobs.
All right. So have you attained the 1 million, or you're in the process of reaching the 1 million youth?
Yes, we're definitely in the process. I cannot pinpoint that where we've reached because our M&D department keeps the records. But we are actually doing so well. Being on our fourth year, every year we surpass the previous year's target, or whatever number we reached, we go beyond that. So through maybe situation like this where we can talk to these young people and let them know that they have all these opportunities for them, then they reach out to us so that we can be able to help them.
Okay. You've mentioned 27 categories that you train people in, right?
Yes.
Would you name some of them, some of the categories, so that if anyone is coming into Ajira, maybe they kind of know what they are getting into?
So I think first I'd like to also mention where you go for physical training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one of the centers is NGCDF Likoni. That is particularly my center, where you can walk in and be able to get some resources that you can use to get online.
Yeah.
And we also have scheduled trainings in every center, 2 trainings in a month. So another center we have in Mombasa is NGCDF Nyali. We have a center there. We also have a center in Mikindani, Kwashe. We have another center in Shikadabu, the other side of Likoni. And in the rest of Coast, we have a center in Voi. We have a center in Taita Taveta. We also have a center in Watamu. We have a center in Kilifi. And we also have a center in Tana River. Those are our coastal centers, 9 centers in Coast. Although other than that, throughout the country, we also have other centers. So you can walk in and out in any of these centers, and you can receive maybe the schedule of how things are running, and you can be able to get assisted and know maybe which trainings are scheduled. Although they're always scheduled on our site as well. So when you go and register in ajiradigital.go.ke, you can also see trainings, physical trainings available, and also virtual trainings that are available. So virtually, you can also book a training on Monday. We have trainings that run throughout the week between Monday and Friday. So from Monday, we have advanced modules, and from Wednesday we have basic modules. So yeah, these modules that we have them divided in 3. We have cross-cutting modules. These are modules in which anybody can be able to start off with. If you don't even have any kind of background in computers, you can be able to learn, because we have things as basic as computer digital literacy. We have things like leadership, soft skills, entrepreneurship. So these are the basic starters for anybody who wants to learn and is probably a dropout. You start from there. And moving on, we have basic modules such as digital marketing and e-commerce. This one I mostly champion because I'm actually a digital marketer and I'm a mentor in this field. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that business people, they get so much skills that help them to be able to boost their personal businesses. And we have things like virtual assistant, where somebody can maybe be a personal assistant to somebody who's in another country, maybe half the globe away. And we have things like content writing, where you can be able to learn how to create a website and manage your blog. And we have something like data entry and management, where you learn how to do typing and be able to manage data, a few of the formulas in Excel, so that you can be able to manage that. We have search engine optimization. All these are under basic modules, a few of them. Then we have advanced modules. We call them basic advanced modules because, yes, they're advanced, but we have them like at the beginner level as well, so that somebody can just start learning from there and get the important skills to start them off. So we have something like basic computer programming. We have basic graphic design. We have data analysis using Excel. We have financial markets and trading, introduction to artificial intelligence, and so many more. The list is endless. You can always go to our website so that you can get the full list.
So you've said, or you've talked about physical and virtual trainings.
Yes.
Does that mean that it's a mix? If I join Ajira, if I register for Ajira, I can choose to do physical or virtual, or I'm just I'll have to do both at a given time?
Yeah, you actually, it's your choice. We are trying to reach anybody and everybody, so long as, okay, we just have a small criteria in which probably your age, you need to be between 18 and 40 years old. And you need to have an ID because you need to be a Kenyan citizen. It's a Kenyan program. Then yes, so depending on your schedule, we understand some people could be working and they don't have time to physically go to the locations and attend the trainings, because they take like 2 to 5 days depending on which training you're going for. So you choose whichever works for you.
All right.
Yes.
So there are people who go for the physical one and the people who go for the virtual one. So in all these trainings, there has been a lot of speculation or even people complaining about how trainings do not help some people. Like, you go to a place, you get trained, and it ends up being just basic knowledge that is not going to help you out there. So how do you ensure a reliable and quality training that will help whoever gets into the program scale in their business, or even get a job, or innovate or be creative in their own space?
So we have actually, when they come up with the curriculum, it actually looks at the job market and how it affects people. Like for the past 3 years, we were using a different curriculum. Right now, we were only offering 5 categories as per then. So it got to this point where we've started offering 27, and it was basically because we saw the need, number one, based on how people were getting engaged with them. They're coming from different levels of understanding. And also the work platforms, we realized there are more maybe jobs that pay better if you have an advanced module skill. So that's why we also added that. And we not only just train you, after that training, we have a mentorship period with you that is about 2 to 4 weeks. And within this period, like, it's 4 weeks for the people who are in virtual, because they have, like, their week practically has 2 assignments during the week. Then on Saturdays from 10, they have a Q&A, live Q&A. So they learn more skills in the process. And they also ask questions according to their experience. So within 4 whole weeks, you have people even going through these platforms, trying to use the skills to better themselves, to get the gigs online, and they report back every Saturday, and we are able to actually advise. And throughout the week, they're also, as in the mentorship program, they are given a mentor or mentors, so they're able to follow up pale wamekwama. They're able to kind of ask, and they follow through. So at the end of the period where somebody has been able to go through the whole system, you'll find that most of them usually even start earning, or they actually benefit from it before they even finish the 4-week period or the 2-week period. 2 weeks is mostly for institutional trainings. So we not only do physical trainings maybe at our centers, we go to where there is a group, and we work well with institutions. We collaborate with other companies and organizations who have already existing groups and would like them to learn. And I don't know whether I mentioned that training is free.
Yeah. It's a free. It's sponsored by the government, or it's a government initiative.
Yes.
Right. So someone is actually asking. Okay, kindly repeat the requirements. We had talked about the requirements. I think you need to be 18 to 40.
18 to 40 years old. Have a national ID. And at least hopefully have a smartphone, especially for those who want to do it virtually, as in you need to have access to the internet so that you're able to follow through.
Of course, we were just talking about Ajira Network, and I can see there are a lot of questions that are popping in right now. Someone is saying Ajira is a good initiative. I've undertaken 2 modules, digital marketing and transcription. Mwanzo transcription. I recently got a project ya could transcribe and translate. But what's up with the platform? It's 3 weeks now, if I'm not wrong, and I can't view my certificates. It keeps saying no data found. What's up with the... Okay, what is wrong?
So congratulations on finishing 2 categories. Good for you. I hope you'll take up more, and it's good you're already earning from whatever you've learned as you wait for certification. So I mentioned we do this countrywide.
Yes.
So we've gotten to a point where we have a kind of backlog in certification. It's going to take a bit more time, a month or 2, but it will definitely just come through your account on the portal. So just keep checking. 3 weeks is still a bit early. Maybe for a month or 2, within that time period, you'll definitely get your certificate.
So watu watulie na wakienda kutafuta kazi na wanaambiwa watoe certificate.
Maybe you can you can send a mail to the section where you have the query in the portal, so that you can give that instance of yours that you're waiting for certification, but because you need it for a particular interview, then they can see how to help you out there. Yes. So in the portal, you can be able to see that place where you can get assistance. So just send the email to our ICT team and they'll be able to help you there.
Okay. Alafu, there's also another question. Yeah. Okay. When you are when I register for Ajira, is it there are so many programs, training programs that are under a time, like from maybe May to July, or maybe August to October. Is that the same for Ajira Network? Ajira Digital, sorry.
So for Ajira, we mostly, for the virtual trainings, we give you the week's schedule. Like if you go online, today is on Tuesday. So you'll be able to see the trainings that are going to start tomorrow. That is Wednesday, the basic modules that are going to start tomorrow. Then you'll see also the trainings for next week. You can be able to now book in advance so that you have them. So that particular week and the following week, you can be able to see them. So
it's not like I register at a certain point in the calendar, on the calendar.
Well, they're usually active weekly. Weekly. Probably it can go to 2 weeks onwards. So we feel like when you're ready, just book. You don't have to book when a few months in advance. The slots are many, so you're highly likely to always get in on that. And then like for the advanced modules, we don't have them happening every week, all of them. So you can just be checking out to see when that one when it's going to be scheduled, and you can be able to book a week or 2 in advance.
So it's not like, unaona kama venye we go to class, tunaingia class 1 sisi wote January, unaona. Sasa unapatanga kuna shule zinakatanga mtu aingie hapo katikati cause watu washaanza au ushapitwa. So for Ajira, is it more of a personalized kind of learning, or pia hiyo iko na some mode of sisi tukiingia class yetu kama class 1, hakuna mtu mwingine anaingia hapa katikati? Is it the same for you?
Oh yes, I get. Because like somebody talked about certification. At the end of the day, you'll also get certified, but you have to have completed 2 physical trainings, 2 days of physical training if it's a basic module. If it's an advanced module that takes maybe 4 days, 3 days, you should have completed. Then you complete mentorship as well, ndio upate your certification. So it's as I mentioned, it's per week. Like if you join a basic module this week on Wednesday, from Wednesday, or if you join a module from Wednesday, then maybe your friend wants to also join. She'll have to wait for the following week to join that other particular lot.
Okay.
This is for virtual.
And for physical?
Physical, it's also kind of the same. I mentioned that our centers always host 2 trainings in a month. So like, let me just mention, like Likoni CDF, we have a training this week on Thursday and Friday for digital marketing and e-commerce. This week on 13th and 14th from 9 a.m. So if you join that, and then we'll go through a 2-week period of mentorship. So if you missed that, maybe it's Friday, you wanted to come, you missed Thursday, then you'll have to wait for the next training that we're going to schedule for that particular one, because you won't have gotten the content that enables you to be able to participate the same way.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be a training happening. Yes.
Wow. Well, now since trends evolve every now and then, how do you guys keep up? As in, utapata kidogo AI isha develop imekuwa a whole new thing, and you're a digital platform that is countrywide, and you're trying to make sure that everyone is equipped with the evolving technology. Now, how do you keep that? How do you keep up to date with the trends?
Let me just start by mentioning that unajua masomo ya watu wazima, it's quite open. We teach, and we're also open to learning. So you find young people coming there, they talk about what's happening on TikTok. It's also one of the platforms that you can use for marketing right now.
Yes.
Of course, it wasn't. So we're always open to understanding. When we mentor, we give them that option of, we let them know that it's not the end. The digital world is always evolving. So they also should stay updated. We help them with some sites that they can also always keep up with what's happening. We encourage them so much to keep learning, to keep checking what's happening. And on our side, I think we've done that by coming up with courses, categories that help, that have changed based on the required changes in the market, the growing market. Yes, there's so many changes. Each time you train particularly a particular work platform, you'll realize something else has come up. So yeah, we ensure we always work online as well. So we follow through, we let them know what's happening, and we try to also update them where we can. And of course, when we train, we usually have like the WhatsApp groups where we communicate. Even after the end of the training, the 4-week period, the 2-week period, we maintain that, so that in case something comes up, something pops up, we are always able to share with them.
Sasa, I feel like since you have been in the, not business, this is not a business, you have been in service for the last 4 years, what are some of the success stories unaweza sema umse alitoka Ajira?
So let me talk about my center in particular. We have a guy in our center. He's called Joseph Mjomba. He came up with he joined Ajira. He trained 2 or 3 modules, and to date, that was like in 2021. So the guy he also learned skills that help him to be able to develop an app. He's developing an app called Fundis, and it's meant to get now he comes from Likoni community.
Yes.
So he's trying to get all the people who have these particular fundi skills, plumbing and carpentry, things like that, to be able to get work gigs through his link. And he's really been working on this app. I think he's still working on it. It's actually on, and he's really doing a good job on it. And he's already started benefiting from that. Other than that, he's a full-time online worker. He is not employed. He works for himself.
Wow.
He has clients who he has, let me call them fixed clients. So other than that, that's his full-time job. So other than that, he's doing the app thing where he also helps sustain members of his community, encourage them to join, and he can always vouch for them because he knows where they're coming from, and he's always looking to expand his reach, so that he gets people on. So I think it's very encouraging looking at where he started from and where he is now, as in he can tell you on his own that he's never looking to get employed. He's always just looking to do his own things, and he's able to support himself, his family, and he's doing well.
There's a question here, very interesting. Sasa mtu akikuja physical mnapeananga allowance?
That's a very good question. It's good to clear the air on that. So the main thing we offer are the skills. We offer the skills. Okay, kuja physical in our center, we also offer the resources, the workspace. You won't get worried about that because there is Wi-Fi, and we have some computers, some laptops. So your content, even when you get a work gig, you can come sit and work from there after even getting after doing the whole training and mentorship. So that's what we offer. Even when we collaborate with institutions or other organizations, like we've partnered a lot with Red Cross. I'm loving Red Cross, and Shofko Likoni, we've worked closely with them. So we just offer that environment, and if we have to come, we are able to come to where you are. We are not saying we are only restricted to where we are. Like today we are having a training in one of the institutions in Bamburi, actually, called Coastlands. So we have a training in one of the centers there, one of the institutions there. We send a trainer. He or she will come with his own resources, like the internet to use for the training, the projector. So you just ensure that you have the venue, you have a good number of attendees, a group of maybe 30 and above, and you can just come and do that 2-day training for you, so that you don't even have to spend on fare. We'll actually reduce that for you.
Wow, great. I think the question was najileta. Okay. So wewe jileta, umepewa kila kitu, umepewa wifi, umepewa skills. Ni high cost of living. I understand it's high cost of living. So also there's the question of, please repeat the website where we'll go and register.
So the website is Ajira Digital. ajiradigital.go.ke. ajiradigital.go.ke.
Well, and I think at this point is where we even give the social media handles, if there's any.
Yes. I will share that when we're finishing.
All right. Now, there's a gap. I'd say a gap, especially in inclusivity. But that I mean, there are people who maybe are from backgrounds that do not access all these kinds of, or these platforms in particular, especially in trainings. For example, kuna mtu ako in some ushago somewhere where they have limited resources. So how do you help such a person, especially to close the gap or to bridge that gap or to actually bring inclusivity? Everyone is on board in the whole technology thing.
So we have tried to bridge that gap by having, first of all, one of our goals, one of our vision is to mostly train women. Women are the pillar of the community, and we try to have at least trainings with 70% women trained. It's our goal always. So women trainings are important. We try to reach out to the women groups and things like that. Other than that, we have centers in ESAL regions, the arid and semi-arid areas like the Taita Taveta section and Tana River. where the people deep within the community are not very knowledgeable about what's happening, and we try to train them. That's why we start with the soft skills and basic entrepreneurship skills. We try to ensure that they learn the importance, the leadership, they kind of get empowered through that. We also have programs where we reach out to even refugee camps. We've had trainings in Northeastern, in the refugee camps, where we went and we trained some of the already existing groups through in some of the NGOs there. So, and we also try to reach the persons with disabilities. We try to reach out to groups that have them so that we can come to where they are and train. And that's why I'm also loving Kenya Red Cross Mombasa so much, because we've partnered with them. I think I had a training with them last month, whereby they rounded up people who were not able to, the group that's under the deaf community, and they got an interpreter, and we were able to do a training for them, and we are doing mentorship as well. So I think it's so encouraging. We are trying to cover all avenues, given suggestions we can do better, but I think we're doing well on that.
Wow. And maybe we can just wind up by saying, by reminding people that all the requirements to register and where they can actually find every information about Ajira Digital.
So yes, thank you. All you need is your ID, and you need to at least be 18 to 40 years old. Then you need to just have a smartphone, so that you can be able to access the online platform. And also the sessions usually have some practicals. So long as you have your phone with you, you can be able to follow them. You don't really have to have a computer. Then, sorry, what was it again?
Oh, where do we find you
yes.
as Ajira Digital?
Yeah, so a lot of our information you'll get on our platform, ajiradigital.go.ke. You go there and register. Let me just highlight that when you're doing the registration, don't verify using your phone number. Just skip that and go ahead and verify using your email when you log in again. So in that platform, you'll be able to see all upcoming virtual trainings, all upcoming physical trainings, like the one I mentioned that's going to happen in my center this week on Thursday and Friday for digital marketing, and also next week, but we'll have one for basic graphic design. So you'll all be able to see, and you can also pre-book for the trainings on the link. So you're very much welcome.
All right, parting shot. Tuambie, kuna mtu wako hapo nje anafikiria, I don't need this. I mean, what is technology? I have a phone, I can do a few things hapa na pale. Naweza type kwa word. Nini ingine nahitaji huko nje?
So I can say everything we're offering, anybody can do. Anybody can do. You just have to start from somewhere, because if you can do, you can type, you can do whatever, then maybe you're not sure of, out of the 27 categories, you're not sure of what suits you best. Just try one. Try one, like digital marketing. Then you will see from there, you go through the experience, then maybe choose something else that goes with what you feel passionate about, or what you feel is competitive in the market, because you'll see the jobs in the work platforms will link you up with. You'll be able to see these opportunities and decide whether it's for you or not for you. But usiogope, it is free. It was rolled out for 3 years. It's just been continued for the next 2 years. We didn't know whether it was going to go on. So while it's there, strike while the iron is hot.
That's the parting shot. Strike when the iron is hot.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Linda, for coming, and thank you so much for all the insights that you've given everyone who's listening. And we can't wait to see more and hear from you as well.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.